The Ash Waste. It's been a while since we've been there. Let's go back and talk about the tactics. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Necromundown, continuing with the tactics tier lists, this time with the Ash Waste general tactics. Not to be confused with the Hive Secundus tactics, which had some stuff you could use in the Ash Wastes.
Because they're Ash Waste missions in Hive Secundus.
Right. And not to be confused with all the general vehicle tactics, or sorry, the house-specific vehicle tactics,
Yes.
of which there are, well, 6.
A lot.
Actually 7, because I think squats have one now, too.
Oh, yeah, I think right.
As always, we rank these internally. We rank these in their best possible use case, yada, yada, yada. Let's begin with always carry a spare. Play this tactic when activating a friendly model with a weapon that is out of ammo. One of the model weapons is automatically reloaded at the cost of 1 action. No ammo check is required. So this is a worse version of that one that just reloads all your people's guns at the end of a round.
I think that one you get to make a check.
Oh,
with
yes,
everyone.
you're right.
This one just automatically reloads, but it costs an action.
So as long as the weapon isn't scarce, this could be a really good way to keep a weapon with a bad ammo check, like a bolter.
Yep.
Which is not scarce, it's just
It's just a
6
6-up
up
ammo check,
check.
or a grenade launcher or something like
Yeah,
that.
so
I do love the thought of your heavy bolter runs out of ammo.
yes.
And then you're like, good thing I brought a spare.
Is heavy bolter scarce? I thought the heavy bolter was
I
scarce.
didn't think it
I might
was.
be wrong on that one.
I might be wrong on
Obviously, this is also, of course, on use on big vehicles.
Yes.
I think this goes into A or B.
Yeah, this one, despite being Ash Waste specific, can be used anywhere, anytime, for any weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. B.
B?
Here, B. What do you think? The fact that it costs an action does suck.
Yeah, but this is basically guaranteeing a free reload, which is something you don't want to do, but it stacks well with the really powerful weapons that you would want to do it on.
Yeah. When I read this one initially, always carry a spare, I thought it was going to be the
A tire?
No, I was going to have a free stub gun or something like that. No, you get a free whole big weapon.
High B, I say.
Happy. Back to the fray. Play this tactic when checking to see if a friendly model rejoins the fight in a rolling road scenario before rolling the dice. The model automatically passes the intelligence check to rejoin the battle.
So, during rolling roads, if you get left behind, you then have to make an intelligence check to get back on.
Yes.
Obviously, this is only usable in rolling roads.
Yes.
And the effectiveness of this scales with how bad your intelligence is.
Yes. So good for Goliath and Ogrins, bad for Dolok, and
Bansar.
Bansar.
And Orlok are okay. They have like 7s.
I
I don't know. C, B.
probably C.
Getting your guys back in when they're out is pretty good. It depends on why they fell off originally.
Yeah.
If it's one where they are just foot soldiers and they're just going to fall back off, well, then it doesn't really help.
Then why would you even bother?
Yeah. Belching smoke. Play this tactic at the start of a round before rolling for initiative. Don't forget. Pick a friendly vehicle. All shooting attacks made with it or targeting it.
Buy it or targeting it.
Yep. Suffer a -1 modifier to hit rolls.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, so it's -1 to be hit, but it's also -1 to
hit.
shoot. Right. Most vehicles are weapons platforms, so you giving yourself a -1 is not particularly great.
Yes.
But there are some vehicles that are like more troop transport platforms, and there are ways to build like melee vehicles.
Yeah.
Within its niche, I think this goes into high C.
Yeah. I think C. Yeah, I probably wouldn't put it in B. C is good.
-1 to be shot can really help you. But -1 to shoot also really sucks.
Yeah. Especially when I think every crew except for Vansar starts at a 4.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah. Hurts Vansar less than everybody else.
True. Born to the Wastes. Play this tactic when activating a friendly model. The model treats both difficult and dangerous terrain as open ground.
So what makes this one so good is that difficult and dangerous terrain in the Ash Wastes often stacks with the Ash Waste effects.
Yeah, it is also far more likely
Yes.
to be an Ash Wastes.
Yes.
It sucks that it's only for one guy and only for one activation.
But that might be all that matters.
It's really good for that.
I say B.
I say B as well.
Full Nitro. Play this tactic when activating a friendly vehicle. For the duration of this activation, increase the movement characteristic by 2 inches. Now, remember, vehicles can move twice, obviously, or they can, do the full move thing, which is like double your move speed. You can do the full speed ahead thing. This stacks with all of them because it's just your move speed.
Yep.
More movement, good movement.
Yep. It can also, because it increases your movement characteristic, not how far you move, it can increase your ramming damage. which is pretty good, depending on obviously what you're ramming. I like it. I think probably A.
It is only 2 inches.
It is only 2 inches, but because of the way that vehicles work, being able to either use that twice or triple can be very strong.
Yeah, so A?
Yep.
Okay.
Up next is Gunk Spill. Play this.
Ugh.
I typed Gunk Spell when I put it in there, but Gunk Spill.
Gunk spill, what you have when you have pink eye.
Play this tactic when an enemy vehicle moves within 2 inches of a friendly vehicle's rear arc. Very specific. The enemy vehicle must immediately make a loss of control test with a -2 modifier, but very strong.
Yeah, but in the entire Ash Waste campaign, both of them that I've played, I have never, ever had a friendly vehicle go into an enemy vehicle's rear arc.
It is
Ever.
very. You have to set it up.
The problem is your enemy has to make a decision to
Yeah.
move into your rear arc. That's
true.
Which they might want to do because on lots of vehicles, that rear arc is the weakest point. Mm-hmm. But it's so rare that the opportunity for this happens because usually the vehicles just kind of like
Hit each other.
Yeah.
So this, I think, in rolling roads could be interesting because they're generally going the same direction.
yes.
But that's basically it.
I say this is situational but very powerful, which usually means we put it in C.
Yeah.
It's just so situational, but it is also so powerful because loss of control with -2 can be really nasty.
And yeah, just having a loss of control test has a 1 in 6 chance to just instantly kill a vehicle. Doesn't matter what it is.
So I think maybe I would grant it up to B because of its power.
I think C.
See, it is really
C.
strong, but like getting there, you can't make your opponent. I mean, I guess the thing you could do is like bait it,
Yeah.
because it's after an opponent.
Shake your vehicle butt at it.
Yeah, well, like drive your like basically like do an insurance scam where you like pull in some front of somebody and then pull in front of somebody and then go, all right, now you got to move. And if they move in any way that is not moving out of your rear arc, you can go, ha.
It moves within 2 inches.
So you really do gotta like.
Yeah, you got to insurance scam them. You got to pull right up in front of them, and then if they move at all,
Right.
You just go
that's
like-
all you can do. and just hope that they're not just gonna go, okay, well I'm just gonna go
I'm going to shoot you with my meltdown.
instead of because maybe they might go all move and shoot.
Yeah.
Or they could just go all out and not move at all. Aim and shoot, which is what they'll probably do. Especially if it's something that you really want to do a loss of control modifier on, which is a ridge hauler, because it's probably armed with teeth.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. Hidden in the Ash. Play this game tactic at the start of the battle before deploying. D3, your fighters gain Infiltrate. Infiltrate's a little harder to use in Ash Waste, but this is still incredibly good, and there are still Ash Waste scenarios that don't use vehicles and have plenty of like cover for the scenario. This is very, very good. I say this is A tier, personally.
Yes, I agree. Just giving D3 guys infiltrates are very strong.
Yes.
Hidden.
There it is.
Next up is It'll Hold. Play this tactic when a friendly vehicle loses a hull point. The vehicle loses 1 less hull point.
So interestingly, this is very good on smaller vehicles.
Yes.
Lights or mediums where that 1 hull point actually matters, as opposed to a ridge hauler where you probably have 42 hull points because you have like 6 trailers behind you.
And I will tell you, killing a heavy or ridge hauler via hull points, basically never going to happen.
Heavies only have 4, right? I've done it to heavies.
They're on a 7, though.
Yes.
A light or a medium?
I mean, I've done it to heavies with a las cannon.
Fair.
But it's so rare because hull points usually you only ever lose 1 hull point at a time, no matter the damage of the weapon. It's very rare that you lose more than 1 hull point. There are some times when you do, though. And this is basically a negate hull point loss button.
Yes.
Which is actually pretty good, especially on a smaller vehicle, where that 1 hull point would probably just kill them outright. I say this is almost A.
I mean, it's never bad.
The only reason it's not like S is because a lot of those, as we've discussed in our mini videos, all those lighter vehicles aren't necessarily as effective as heavy vehicles.
Right.
But within the vein of having those lighter vehicles and having them on the board and wanting to keep them alive, I think this is one of the best possible tools you have. Fair. Because usually a lot of those damage things, like one, it doesn't matter if they hit you with 3 damage. They only get to pick 1 dice, right, at the end of the day. And, one of them is, and lose a hull point. And it's like, well, okay, I'm dead. Now you just don't lose that hull point. You've got another chance, they have to waste another shot. You have another activation. I think this is A, personally.
Okay, I like A.
All right. Not quite S.
Yeah, I would probably say low A. So there's good.
Lightning Strike. Play this card when a friendly fighter subjected to the mounted condition makes a ride-by attack before resolving reaction attacks. Any reaction attacks have a -1 modifier to hit. So, ride-by is when you are in a mounted, like you're on a motorcycle or a bug, and you literally... The problem with ride-by attacks is you get one attack.
Yeah, you walk up, you hit them, you try to hit them once, and then they reaction, and then you can still
And
move.
they get one reaction attack.
Yeah.
So that's why it's normally not worth it, because normally they'll just hit you back and kill you if you don't kill them in that one shot. And usually in Necromundown, you don't kill someone with one attack. Usually you need more than that. But this does make that one reaction attack slightly worse. The problem with this one isn't, like, this is a good idea on something I barely ever use.
Yeah, I agree. Now, if that wasn't specifically ride-by attacks, if it was like just when you charge reaction attacks are at -1, very strong.
Usually if I put a melee guy on a mounted vehicle, he's not going to drive-by attack you. He's going to just charge you and then kill you with like 4 attacks.
Yeah, not just get the one and then hope.
Right, the hit and run thing. They really tried to make that a thing with the Ashwaste bugs, and it was just better to give them guns.
Yeah.
Or not put them into melee.
Yeah.
I say C because it is good.
I would say D.
We'll go high D.
Use an entire tactic to give one thing -1 to hit.
Yeah.
That's not great. Next up is look out below. Play this gang tactic when a friendly fighter is jumping from one vehicle to another. Add 1 to the agility test to take the jump.
So this can make your squats actually able to make jumps. Because squats can't jump.
So this is, again, very specifically good for rolling roads.
Again, the number of times I have never personally jumped from one vehicle to another.
Me either.
Even in rolling roads.
Me either.
Because
Actually, I have once.
You have once.
I have once.
Oh, yeah.
It was against Cody. He was playing Chaos Helots, and I drove up on his butt, and I jumped over and charged. I did make the jump.
There you go. This is so specific, and
it's only +1 because you can still fail.
Yeah. Most guys have 3 to 4 up initiative.
Yeah, so going to a 2 or a 3 is good.
Is better. Asking the Escher.
But
I think this is only C or D.
I think D.
Okay.
Look out below.
It's just so niche. It's better than Lightning Strike.
It's very. Is it more or less niche than Gunk Spill?
Less.
Yeah.
Sorry, I would say it's less because you can insurance scam somebody on that one.
That's true.
If you have a light vehicle you can get light vehicles up to like 9-inch movement.
That's true.
And if all you have to do, like, if you have a light vehicle, I'm sorry, we're going back to Gunk Spill now. Cody, you can edit this if you want to, but it's very easy to get. If you have a light vehicle, your best bet against a ridge hauler is probably to Tokyo drift in front of it.
I was gonna say Tokyo
and do
drift.
this than it is to try and shoot the damn thing.
Yeah. So the
Deja vu. I just.
I think so. That's a really good tactic, and I will probably try that at some point.
You just have to hope they move and don't just. Okay.
Just shoot your light vehicle.
But maybe they're out of ammo. Yeah. Maybe you have other more threatening things that they. Like maybe they shoot your light vehicle, then your guy with the last cannon gets to hit it in the side.
And if they don't move, then maybe they'll get like taken by the storm or whatever.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
So for lookout below, this is not dependent on what your opponent is doing.
Yes.
And that's probably the only thing that makes it kind of even in my eyes.
It's a small buff to a very niche thing.
Yes.
If you are playing squats or a Van Sar, this goes up to A tier.
No, it's not for Van Sar, because why would you jump onto your opponent's vehicle if you're playing Van Sar?
Because you might have to complete an objective.
There is one where there's a neutral ridge hauler.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
But don't put it in your tactics deck for that.
No.
No, it's so bad. You have to make the conscious choice beforehand and then draw it randomly.
Yeah, that's the problem with this one. Because as long as 2 players have vehicles, as an arbitrator would not say, no, you can't. You drew that card.
Yeah,
you have to have it. Yeah, with that in mind. Mad Mechanics. Play this tactic when a friendly vehicle is wrecked before rolling on the lasting damage table. Roll twice on the lasting damage table and choose which result to apply. I mean, it's a consolation prize.
I think similar to which one was it? The Back in the Fray or whatever?
Yeah.
No, it'll hold. This is much better for light vehicles, light and medium vehicles.
Then again, if my ridge hauler got wrecked,
that's true, because it's depending on how much it costs.
Right. B, C.
Yeah, I think B.
Okay.
I think B.
It's a consolation prize, which is not great,
Yeah.
but it's a consolation prize that might save you a lot of money.
Yeah. Maglock hand holds. Play this gang tactic at the start of the battle after gangs are deployed before the first roll for initiative. Don't forget. Choose 2 friendly fighters. They both automatically pass all initiative checks to remain on a vehicle when it moves.
So, reminder, if you're on a vehicle that isn't a walking platform,
Yes.
aka the top of the ridge hauler or like the side of the ridge hauler or a transport bed,
You're on like the hood.
over the hood, if the vehicle moves, you have to pass an initiative check to not have to fall the heck off.
Yeah. So you automatically pass is very good.
Yeah, sticky cup hands here. Suction cup hands. This is so niche.
Yeah.
Because it's on vehicle that is not transport or bridge hauler vehicle, and vehicle moves and you want to stay on it.
Yeah. This is like, I have a very specific plan.
Right. And you have bad initiative and you're not just going to roll up 2 or 3
Yeah.
up. Because like my record likes to jump on vehicles all the time, but they had a 3-up initiative.
Yeah.
So they didn't care.
I would probably put this down in D with Look Out Below.
Yeah, it's just so...
Again, very, very specific, and it's fine in that specific situation.
Nitro Cells Overload. Play this tactic when a friendly vehicle is wrecked before rolling on the lasting damage table. Place the 5-inch blast template on so that it is central hull is entirely over the vehicle. Okay. So place the 5-inch blast template over the vehicle. Central hull has to be on the vehicle. All models touched by this template take a Strength 4 AP1 damage 1 hit, aka your vehicle explode.
Yeah.
AKA punish the person who rammed your vehicle,
I guess.
or punish the person who meleeed your vehicle.
When a friendly vehicle is wrecked and you place a template over the vehicle. So yeah, they have to be very close to it for that just not to be punishing yourself.
Well, I mean, your vehicle's already dead.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and you get to place it anywhere over the center hole is anywhere over the vehicle. It doesn't have to be
that's
over
true.
the center of the
And
vehicle.
it's a 5-inch blast, so it's basically within like 2.5 inches of your vehicle.
Right, which if someone was on melee and your vehicle didn't careen, the problem is that most times a vehicle I've seen wrecked is after they've careened out of control into a loss of control assist into something. So you have so little control over this actually affecting your opponents. Because even ridge haulers, which are most of my vehicle melee kills, are ridge haulers.
Yeah.
I didn't get the 4 hit points down, let alone the trailers. Or the 8 hit points or whatever it has. Yeah. It's, I hit you, I made you make a loss control test, you went, and flipped over.
Yeah.
And by which point, I mean, the wrecker has been thrown clear of the vehicle and probably died anyway. But more importantly...
You're nowhere near it.
Right. And if, so... the problem is it just isn't worth having in your deck.
Yeah, I agree.
If this was just someone you can activate at any time...
I was thinking if it was an enemy vehicle, like
Yes.
they explode on themselves.
That would be something different.
But you exploding, damaging your opponents within 2.5 inches of your vehicle, wherever it ended up, yeah, it's very niche.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you could say, a bunch of people are infesting my ridge hauler, and they managed to kill it, and then I'm going to because Strength 4 AP 1 damage is not bad.
Yeah.
But I think this goes into D.
Yeah.
I think it's better than Maglock handholds, but...
Yeah. Next is One with the Road. Play this tactic when a friendly vehicle needs to make a loss of control test before any dice are rolled. The vehicle automatically passes the loss of control test S.
S tier.
S.
More vehicle deaths are to loss of control test than to any other thing, except maybe if you're talking light vehicles, in which case the cause of death is stiff
auto
freeze.
gun.
Stiff freeze.
Yeah.
Rock on the road. Pebble.
As I can say that I've played a lot of light vehicles. Correct.
Yeah. But having this in your deck, whether you have any vehicle, whether it's light, medium, heavy, or ridge hauler class, this is fantastic because it's just like, ah!
Yeah. You take so many loss of control tests for one reason or another. You get hit. You slam into something. The vehicle battlefield surface messes you up. Yeah, this is amazing.
And if you watch our anti-ridge hauler vehicle or our anti-vehicle in general vehicle, you'll hear us talk about how one of the best ways to kill a vehicle is to force a loss of control test on anything. Honestly, even a medium or higher, you're better off trying to force lots of control than
just
you are
shooting it
trying
down.
to shoot it. So having a Uno reverse on that is really good. Yeah, S tier.
Yes, very good.
Ramming speed. Play this tactic after a friendly vehicle has had a head-on collision with an enemy vehicle before determining the strength of the hit. Increase the strength, AP, and damage of the hit suffered by the enemy vehicle by 1. So strength goes up by 1, which is good. AP goes up by 1, which is very good, and damage going up by 1, which is really good too. This makes ramming a lot more viable tactic. Ramming's not necessarily great though, because you do also take a pretty bad hit.
You basically will take a similar hit against you, obviously depending on like your upgrades and stuff like that. Like a Rock Grinder Ram makes
I was about to say,
better.
if you're playing with ramming in mind, you probably have a Rock Grinder Ram, and you're probably terrifying, and most opponents will not try and let you ram. But going triple speed across the board 18 inches isn't necessarily something they're going to be able to stop.
Yeah, it's like
I think B.
I think B as well. I think it's good if you can kind of build around it. If you have a Ram, a Rock Grinder Ram, or the Corpse Grinder Cults one, very strong.
Yes.
Next up is Spring Back. Not fall forward. Play this card when activating a friendly fighter with the mounted condition who is prone and pinned. The fighter becomes standing and active at the cost of 1 action. No agility test is required. Generally, you have to take an initiative test in order to stop being pinned.
Yeah, initiative, not agility.
I think they call it an agility test.
It's called agility, which is dumb.
So it's fine. It's similar to the reload one.
I auto passed an initiative check. How good this is. If you've got squats and motorbikes, this is way better than if you've got Escheron motorbikes.
If you have squats, don't put them on motorbikes.
Okay, but like that's what people did because that's what squats were for so long. Like there's a lot of players out here with squats and motorbikes. You gotta understand. I think Springback goes into C tier because it's niche but good depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Survival gear. Play this tactic after gangs have deployed. Before the first round begins, D3 fighters gain the benefits of a respirator. In Ash Wastes, having played the Nomads in the Ash Wastes, the number of times the Respirator did jack diddly squat for me, I could probably count on one finger, let alone one hand. There are some battlefield conditions where the Respirator matters.
Like if you don't have a Respirator, your movements are...
Yeah, it's mostly movement things.
Yeah.
But there's not that many.
Yeah, and this is not one of those ones that you could just like toss back if it's not useful because you just get a piece of equipment.
Just buy a Respirator.
Yeah. And it's D3, you could roll a 1.
F.
That's bad.
F.
And last but not least, the ash is in my blood. Play this tactic at the start of the battle after gangs have been deployed, but before the first battle round begins. D3 models ignore the effect of the battlefield surface.
S tier.
Yes. So this one in particular is very good in the Ash Wastes campaign, where the battlefield will kill you more than your opponent will.
Yes.
But it is still very good in normal campaigns.
Yeah. Like to be fair, I think it's A in normal campaign.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the normal campaigns, if you're playing Volta Tenemos or whatever, a lot of them just say, oh yeah, just use this one little chart where it's just visibility, and the battlefield surface doesn't actually hurt you that much. Yeah. If you're doing that, this probably goes down to like D tier, because it's not actually that good.
Yeah, it depends on what you're playing.
In the Ash Wastes campaign, this is an S tier tactic.
Yes.
The number of times I've seen my opponents use this and it saved their bacon actually made me put it in my deck because, like...
Yeah, the number of times I wish I had this in my hand.
Now, this was when I was playing Nomads, and Nomads didn't actually ignore, like, anything that... This was before their buffs that made them actually, like, play well in the Ash Wastes. But, yeah...
He's not salty.
Yeah, as we talked about in our Ash Wastes campaign video. We did do one of those, right? Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. How bad it was.
The battlefield will kill you dead more than your opponents will.
Yeah.
That makes this S tier. Now, of course, you could draw this in a tactic in your random draw on a battlefield which doesn't have this, even in the Ash Waste, because there are some of those, in which case it's not very good. It's so powerful within its niche, though, that I'm putting it at S.
That's fair.
Maybe high A.
I would probably argue for A because it is only that good specifically in one campaign.
That's very fair.
In all other campaigns, I think it is very strong, but not S.
That's very fair. And that's it. A very
look how even we made
symmetrical and even. Symmetry, Steinman. Something has to be done about symmetry. Yeah, very symmetrical and even campaign, just like a good road, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the Ash Waste tactics. I believe that is the last of our main tactics videos.
I believe it is.
Let us know below if we missed any. The only rule is that it can't be a white dwarf from,
But this one in 1992.
I'm not even talking 1992. They didn't have Necromundown Ash Tactics in 1992.
It's true.
It can't be a publication with fewer than 3.
I will go looking to see if we can do like a other video.
We might have to do like an apocrypha one, but otherwise I think that's it. So we'll have to start diving into the houses themselves and the specifics. And if you want to stay tuned for when we do that, like and comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know how to do. Ring the bell to get the notification. Blah, 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 blip, blip, blip. If you'd like to talk to us in person, talk to us on our Discord, with the link for which is below. We hang out there and talk tactics and other Necromunda things and other just models and miniatures things. And we'd love to see you there. And we will talk to you next time.
Bye.